Today we're going to begin learning our first action verb, which is super exciting. We're going to start making an enormous variety of sentences entirely in Spanish really soon. First, let's learn a fun and handy noun, the word favor, which is spelled exactly like the English word favor, but it's pronounced with a stress on the second syllable. Favor. This is a masculine noun. So, for example, to say it was a favor, you would say era un favor. By the end of today's lesson, you'll know how to say things like I have done them a favor and we're doing you a favor. The word for doing something is hacer. Actually, this can mean either to make or to do. For example, I want to do that. Quiero hacer eso. In English, we sometimes change the verb do to make, depending on what it is we're doing. But it's not always clear what the difference is between making something and doing something. For example, if what you're doing is unselfishly giving some things up, you say you're making sacrifices, even though it's an action and nothing's really being produced. As another example, if you come home to find that everything has been spilled off your kitchen shelves, you would probably be angry that there's a mess. There are two questions you might ask. Who made this mess? Or who did this? Both make and do are simply hacer in Spanish. Let's practice with a few examples. Do you want to do that? ¿Quieres hacer eso? I want to do a favor. Quiero hacer un favor. Here's something else you can do with this verb. Check out this sentence example. I'm not sure what to do. No estoy sure qué hacer. So, we've previously taught that the word que with an accent mark means what, specifically as a question or as an exclamation. But this specific situation is what we call an implied question, and in these cases you will use the word que with an accent mark even though there are no question marks around it. Here's another example. I don't know what to say. Yo no know qué to say. And then, to give us even more things that we can do with the infinitive hacer, let's learn a new word, puedo, which means I can or I am able. This word is pretty much always going to go right before an infinitive, such as puedo hacer, puedo ser, or puedo estar. Here are some examples. I can do that. Puedo hacer eso. I can be your friend. Puedo ser tu amigo. Try to guess the Spanish for these next two. I can't be here. No puedo estar aquí. I can't do that with the things. No puedo hacer eso con las cosas. All right, let's also learn the participle and the gerund for the verb hacer. The participle is hecho. The H is always silent. Hecho. And remember that we can use any of our haber conjugations before a participle to put the verb in the past. We've already done this a lot with estado and sido. For example, I have been here is he estado aquí, and they have been friends is han sido amigos. Now let's do this with hecho. Here are some examples. I have done it. Lo he hecho. They have not done it. No lo han hecho. She has done it with her friends. Lo ha hecho con sus amigas. Let's practice this a bit. Have you done it? ¿Lo has hecho? They have done that with your friend. Han hecho eso con tu amigo. She has done a favor. Ha hecho un favor. They have made it. Lo han hecho. To add even more variety, let's learn the gerund. This is a pretty tricky word, haciendo. It's kind of like siendo, but with an extra syllable, haciendo. We can use this word along with estar to make some present tense sentences. For example, I'm doing that. Estoy haciendo eso. We are doing it. Lo estamos haciendo. Now, in real-life Spanish, it's not super common to phrase things this way. To use the verb hacer properly, you'll need to learn all 5 of the present tense conjugations, as well as the imperfect past, the preterite, the future, and the subjunctive. But meanwhile, it's super fun to be able to do a lot of things with just the infinitive hacer, the participle hecho, and the gerund haciendo. Let's get some more practice with these. I haven't done it. No lo he hecho. You want to do that with your friends? ¿Quieres hacer eso con tus amigos? Are you doing it? ¿Lo estás haciendo? I want to do it. Lo quiero hacer. They have done it with their things. Lo han hecho con sus cosas. In this one, use a formal voice. You aren't doing that? ¿Usted no está haciendo eso? I can't do that. No puedo hacer eso. They are doing it. Lo están haciendo. In this one, the friend is feminine. Your friend has made that. Tu amiga ha hecho eso. I can do it with his friends. Lo puedo hacer con sus amigos.